Now that was a hard-hitting Northern Division collision. Down to 2 points. A lot of garbage time stuff there too, but that's a tough team over there. That's a tough football team. So on to Detroit for all the marbles. First round bye, home field throughout, and division champion. I love it. I love it. And I bet KOC does too. Like and subscribe. It's just some thoughts about the Vikings win yesterday. 27-25 over the Green Bay Packers. It was a lot closer than it needed to be. It was a lot closer than it needed to be. My one issue that I might have, nobody's perfect, obviously. But it did feel like they took their foot off the gas a little bit. You can't do that. I understand the respect you have for Matt LaFleur. He's a great head coach. A great head coach. I think one of the best in the NFL. But you have to bury that team. You took your foot off the gas and you have to bury them. You're going into the playoffs. There will be no leniency. There's no mercy. One and done, baby. One and done. The playoffs started in Seattle, as far as I'm concerned. If you didn't win there, you lost any opportunity to win the division. Now you've given yourself that opportunity. Division, home field, first round bye. The first round bye would be okay. Not something that I'm all that concerned about. It'd be great to get a week's rest, but it also can put a little rust on some things. But home field throughout. To have everybody have to come to the bank is a great thing. A great thing. Home field throughout would be wonderful. It would suck to have to go back to Detroit and have to beat them in Detroit for what would be the second time in under a month, which is incredibly hard to do. Detroit would be up for that game. Yeah. Go in there. Go into Detroit and have that killer instinct. Put the foot on the neck. Finish them off. Put your mark on this division and this conference and say, we are the team to beat. If you believe it, do it. Sam Darnold. I'm looking at his stats right now. 377 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That 1 interception was not a good throw. Not a good throw whatsoever. Our running totals, we only attempted 26 rushing attempts. 43 passes, 26 rushing attempts. That is my other issue with KOC. You've got to run more, man. You've got to run more. I get that Darnold is playing out of his mind. I don't know if it's lightning in a bottle or not. If it is, we need to ride it. I get it. I mean, Minneapolis Miracle, the whole deal. But it has to run through the bank. We cannot go to Philadelphia again and have a similar situation transpire. They need to come here. We can stop Saquon here. It's going to be tough at Lincoln. At US, I think we can do it. If it runs through the bank, I think the Vikings are the team to beat. And then in a neutral site game, who knows? Who knows? Neutral site, it's always up in the air. It's always up in the air. So, but as Andy says on FTW, who in the NFC scares you? Who? Packers? No. Lions? No. Philadelphia? No, not really. It'd suck to play him in Philly, but you can win. Seattle, Los Angeles? No. No one in the NFC should scare you. In the AFC, there's the Ravens and the Chiefs. And one of them you'll end up playing in the Super Bowl if it runs through the bank. Sam Darnold? Man alive, he's playing himself into a $52 to a $55 million contract. I think it's going to be with San Francisco. He is a California kid. It could also be sneaky. Could be the Rams, too. It could be the Rams. I really do think that Sam Darnold is going to sign with the 49ers or the Rams. I think the Rams are a sneaky pick because of his ties to the West Coast. I don't see him going to the Raiders. I think what he's learned this year is that coaching matters. Coaching matters. You go to the 49ers, you've got strong coaching. You go to the Rams, you've got strong coaching. There aren't a lot of other options where you're going to get strong coaching that's going to be able to make you better. The better he plays, the harder it's going to be for the Vikings to put forward a fair offer in their contractual structure that they have right now without blowing up the whole plan. And I just don't see Kwesi wanting to do that. But for right now, let's enjoy the ride, right? Let's think about all that after we win the Super Bowl. Then we can talk about how are we going to let Sam Darnold walk away. Super Bowl MVP. How are you going to let him walk away? It's going to be tough. But that contract is going to be a monster. Look what it's done to other teams. Unless you are literally a superstar. And that has to be proven in the playoffs. He has had one hell of a regular season. MVP caliber. We're going to be... This is the playoffs. Today was a good game. Last week was a good game. In Detroit. That'll tell. Our playoffs start... For us, it's been a 7-game playoff to the Super Bowl. I think we can do it. This team has the positive energy. KOC is one of the best coaches in the league. I was just about to say the best, but I don't know. Mike Tomlin is always up there in my book. But one of the best. Great win. On to Detroit. They're dinged up. Their defense is hammered. I believe it was 16 or more people on the injured reserve list for Detroit. Decimated with injuries. Their defense is. And now their running backs are starting to get dinged up. So if we can get pressure, because their offensive line is one of the best, if we can get some pressure on Goff and slow down that run, we're going to be able to score a lot of points on that defense. We'll see how the week transpires, how our injury reserve, how our injured list comes out. We shouldn't be too bad. I didn't see anyone go down too badly. 91, he went down. Pat Jones also went down but he came back in the game, so we'll see. We'll see. Tough week ahead. Biggest game of the year. It's been the biggest game of the year 3 weeks in a row, and they're only getting bigger. This is what you love about the National Football League at this time of year. If your team is in contention, what a blast. What a blast. Packers fans, we may see you in the playoffs yet. Jordan Love is a good quarterback, and Matt LaFleur is a great coach. Lions fans, ooh, there's a lot of injuries for you guys. But you got a great coach, tough team, tough-nosed team. This is a great division. I think that there's a better than 50% chance that the Super Bowl contender, Super Bowl representative comes out of this division. 60%. 25, 25, and 10. That's what I'm putting it at. 25, 25, and 10. We'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun. Enjoy the week. It'll start this work week off on the right foot. Heading into New Year's, we're looking good. I really do appreciate you coming in here and listening to me yabber about my Vikings. What a great win yesterday. Looking forward to Sunday night. It's been flexed. It's the Sunday evening game or afternoon game. We get Tom Brady again, for whatever it's worth. But Vikings, Lions, Sunday. Everything on the line. You gotta love it. And I appreciate you. And I thank you. We'll see you soon.